Well, here's a pile of boxes that you often see on my channel. But what's in these? These are 5-bay Ortner Rapid Discharge hoppers from Athearn Ready to Roll line. And I've got 5-packs here, 3 5-packs actually. There's 16 cars of the OMAX hoppers, coal. As some of you know, I lived in Omaha one time, so I have a little affinity for OMAX. So let's take a look at what you get in the box next. Alright, after breaking the Athearn seal of quality, which likes to come back and stick some more, can lift the lid off these. I'm just going to unbox the 5-pack because, you know, probably use your imagination with the 1-pack here. So let's talk about these cars first of all, because these are what some modelers would call foobies, and that just means that they aren't accurate. OMAX never had the Ortner coal cars. They had a different, shorter car, but I was just trying to get my hands on whatever I could OMAX wise. I will tell you, Rapido has plans for a completely accurate OMAX car, but the only way you can get a hold of them is to order through Spring Creek Model Trains. So that is for the OMAX versions, but Rapido makes an accurate OMAX coal car. Now I got the entire run of these. There's 5 of them. Let me just put one of them on here because the only thing different is road numbers, and there's no reason to show 5 different road numbers. But as you can see, OMAX on the side, that's Omaha's power company. 1065 road number. Those road numbers are correct. They're just not on that type of hopper like we just mentioned. Air reservoir tucked away right here. Bracing for the end. A coal load that's realistic is included, which is a good deal because sometimes you have to buy coal loads separate. FRA mandated striping that was post 2006 is here. This is reflective in real life, not actually reflective on the model. It's just yellow. Some patched areas here as well. Load limits and some other print on the car. Let me show you that a little closer so you can see it. 1080p and full screen is best for these details. Brake wheel on the end, crew access ladder, a little hook for crew feet, but brake wheel with a brake chain going through to a stand. Couplers are McHenry couplers, which are Athearn brand plastic couplers. Really long trains, they tend to have some issues, but they aren't bad for mediocre length trains. And you know, I've run some really long trains without any issues too. It's just kind of hit or miss. Some air reservoirs and details parked in this little area here. OMAX and the road number is on the edge as well. And inside you can see some detail. Little metal area there. I don't know if the coal load pops out. It does not easily anyway. You see the little metal corrugated area there. Little shiny metal area. How many times can I say metal in 3 sentences? Well, the answer is several. Okay, corrugated area there as well. Looks like my camcorder tripod wasn't completely in place. Underside, you can see the discharge bays areas and a couple screws there for probably releasing some of that detail. But that's where it discharges the coal at. Coal's loaded up top. They discharge in these 5 areas here. So you can see that there. Trucks going on, spring loaded, and magnetic glad hand equipped couplers we just talked about that are McHenry branded. So that's about it for detail. Alright, these roll pretty freely. They are heavy. A little bit of body wobble. You can usually adjust that by tightening up the trucks, but sometimes they don't give up, and it looks unrealistic if they wobble like that all the time. But usually tighten them up with the trucks a little bit. But they roll pretty freely. Good weight to them. I'm guessing when I do the NMRA test here in a minute that these are going to meet the weight requirements of the NMRA. So they roll by, no problems. So your length for the car body, 7.5 inches. Coupler to coupler, you're looking at 8 1/8 inch. Let's go ahead and do some math here with the NMRA. 7.5 inches is what you're going to go off of. So the NMRA says your first rule with HO scale items is it should be 1 ounce minimum, and then it's 1/2 ounce per inch. So with 7.5, you're looking at 3 3/4 plus 1, so it should be 4.7 ounces. And we have 4.9. Should be 4.75 ounces. We have 4.9. So like I had guessed, it exceeds the NMRA weight. And when it's that type of exceeding, not very much, it's good. It's going to keep your stuff on rails through switches. It's going to help mitigate derailments and facilitate smooth running. All right, going to do coupler height here. I did check the NMRA gauge for wheel sets, and those were good off screen. What we have for coupler height looks dead on there. This car just really likes the gauge. Come here, guy. Yep, dead on. So good NMRA height on the couplers as well. All right, so let's wrap the review up with some notes. Completely NMRA compliant with the coupler height, the wheel sets, and the weight. So that's good for you folks that are really worried about some continuity there. So they're really nice looking, even though they aren't applied to this specific road name. The actual Ortner 5-bay discharge hopper is accurate for what it's supposed to be. It's just a road name that they threw us a bone for the Omaha power modelers. So great car. Body wobble on 1 or 2 of them. The other ones didn't. That tells me I just need to tighten up some trucks. So, it's a solid model overall. Looks really good. And if you see them and you want to model the Midwest, it's pretty cool. And there's other schemes as well available in these hoppers. So check them out. From Athearn, Ready to Roll Line. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.